Hey guys, it is Friday. Welcome back to the Retro Game Dad channel. I hope that you all have had a great week. We have almost made it to the weekend. It is Friday. Today's going to be a fun one. Oh, by the way, what did you think about the new intro that we put together here? I thought that was pretty cool. Finally got the intro going. And I'm excited here to share some of my recent pickups over the last few weeks, video game pickups, the retro game pickups, if you will. I want to hear what you think in the comments. I am going to also share what I did pay for them. And again, this is kind of a documentation of me being able to go back and say like, oh, okay, I got a pretty good deal on these, or maybe I didn't, or just so I can actually keep track of what I paid for stuff. Anyway, guys, let me know what you're collecting as well in the comments. And I know these are all WATA graded games. I know of all the controversy going around about WATA. I've had a lot of questions of like, oh, are you still going to buy WATA games? Are you still interested? And the answer is yes. And let me just explain to you what I will do if the prices for some of these go down by a third or go down by half, they go down by, hundreds of dollars. I'm going to look to buy and complete my set. As I said, I'm trying to finish out the 30 original black box launch NES games. That's what I'm looking for. Now, I've gotten a little bit off track and bought a few other things that I'll share here with you today, but my goal is to complete that first 30 games that NES put out, the black boxes, those launch titles. And I'm not buying sealed games. I'm not spending, tens of thousands of dollars on these. I'm buying if I find a good deal on CIB, that's what I'm going for. That's complete inbox for those that might be new to this stuff. I'm relatively new. I've been in this for about 3 months. I've gotten into it 2-3 months ago, but really having a good time with graded video games. And so I'm going to dig right into this, guys. All right, the first game, and I mentioned I'm trying to collect all the 30 black box games. I got a little off track because I had to have this one. This is the Simpsons, Bart versus the Space Mutants, and this is a CIB 8.0. It is a oval seal of quality SOQ, and it is a 3-screw, so believed to be kind of a later print run, if you will, for this particular game. But this is the first video game based on the Simpsons TV show, and I'm a huge fan of that Simpsons show. And growing up as a kid, there's a lot of nostalgia there. I actually just watched the episodes, the Who Shot Mr. Burns episodes. I rewatched those because I remember when I was 12 or 13 years old watching that stuff, maybe 14, but whatever. It was just awesome. That show in particular was kind of a bright spot during my childhood. And so this game popped out in good condition, being an 8.0, and just thought it would be a good one to pick up. I like the cover, and overall pretty decent game too. $275 is what I paid for this one out the door. So I was happy to pick that one up. Again, getting a little off track of the black box games, but this one, Metroid and Kid Icarus, are two games that are outside of those original launch titles that I saw them and I wanted to pick these up. These are ones that I did play as a kid, especially Metroid more than Kid Icarus. But this one is a CIB 6.5. It is also the 3-screw oval seal of quality. So probably a little bit of a later print run than some of the original ones. But again, just tough to find these in decent shape and graded. And so I wanted to pick this one up. This one set me back $600. I was happy with that price. And again, I'm always kind of, for those that watch my channels, I'm always trying to protect my downside. So downside protection is kind of my focus. I'm less worried about the long-term gains because I think that'll work itself out in the long run. And I buy particular stuff because I do think that it's going to have, good long-term appeal, to people. And for this, these vintage video games, I look at these as, historic pieces of gaming. And as gaming continues to evolve and grow worldwide, I think that the original stuff, especially the original Nintendo stuff, is going to be sought after down the line. And hey, I could be completely wrong. This is very speculative. It's highly, highly speculative. Graded video games and just collecting video games in general with the idea that they could gain value over time is kind of a new concept and something that people are still trying to wrap their head around, I think. But I'm enjoying this, and I'm only collecting stuff that I want to have. So I'm happy being stuck with it, if that makes sense. So I'm not looking to these aren't flips, for me. These are just, I'm going to sit on these over a long period of time and just enjoy them. They're great display pieces. I like the WATA cases for that as well. I also like the VGA VGA ones as well. Nothing against VGA. Again, we've talked about it on the channel. I want to see pop reports come out for all this stuff. I think that the gaming space will evolve to where VGA and WATA will have pop reports, but we can save that for another video. But again, this is just something that I can look at throughout the day, and it makes me smile. All right, the original Duck Hunt. This one is CIB 7.5, and this one is a hang tab 5-screw round seal of quality. So this is one of the earlier ones. It's not a first production or anything like that, but it does have a hang tab at least. It doesn't have a what is it? The sticker, the matte sticker type thing on it to make it a more earlier run. But again, it's like if you're going to have the black box, the original games, Duck Hunt is one of those obvious ones. That you've got to have. The box on the top here is not, it's a little bit beat up, but all in all, I believe this game set me back $325. And when you look at what the cost of grading is, on top of the fact that it's not super rare. There's Duck Hunts out there for sure in CIB, but just with, grading right now, I think the minimum grade at WATA is $170. So, for $350, $325, $350, I would rather just not bother with getting a game graded, hoping that it's authentic or whatever, and just buying a graded version for $350 or $400 or whatever. So Duck Hunt, a classic, the light gun. I think that was the original kind of light gun Nintendo game. And I remember I got it when I was a kid. I got the Mario Duck Hunt cartridge together with the console. And so I played a lot of Duck Hunt when I was a kid. It's a game, I'm 40, so if you're my age, you know all about this game. This is one of my favorite covers. 10-Yard Fight, and this is the first football game on the original NES. And for me, that has significance because I'm a huge NFL football fan, huge New Orleans Saints fan. So to get this one, and this is not a game that I played growing up. I don't remember. I actually played 4th and Inches, and then I played Tecmo Bowl. 4th and Inches I played on the Commodore 64, and then Tecmo Bowl, of course, I played that on Nintendo, and then Super Tecmo Bowl. 10-Yard Fight is not a game that I played, but I love the 8-bitness of the cover. This one is a CIB 7.5. It is a hang tab version. It's 5-screw, and this one was $300, $325. I picked it up fairly recently. But again, I'm okay with these price points in kind of that $300. I kind of play in that $300 to $500 range for the most part. The Kid Icarus was a little bit more. But the CIB, if I can get the best looking CIB copies, would be awesome. So, that is 10-Yard Fight for the original NES. So I'm kind of just chipping away at those launch titles from my collection. The 30 NES black box launch titles. So guys, let me know what you think. Share with me. Are you picking up games right now? I want to hear about it. Let me know in the comments. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button, the like button, tappity tap on the notification bell. If you like what you hear, we will continue to put out videos all about graded video games, our adventure in graded video games and what it looks like. Thanks again for joining, guys. Stay healthy, stay awesome, and I will talk to you again later.